Hello and welcome back to another Let's Play. Today we're taking a look at a small little treat that I'm playing since actually quite a while. It's not a new game by any stretch of the imagination, but it is one that I'm enjoying quite a bit. So I wanted to share it with you guys and maybe see if you like it as well. Name of the game is Deep Rock Galactic, and it is a space simulator or first-person simulator where you have a group versus environment, so PvE type of shooter. The claim line is, I think, drilling, digging, and dwarves. Essentially, the storyline is quite simple. You're at this huge asteroid, and space dwarves are now starting to mine it. So, sounds a little bit hilarious, but it's actually not too bad. Besides having this kind of mission station bar, the game comes with 4 different character classes: the scout, the driller, the engineer, and the gunner, all of which do have their unique little playstyle. And I wanted to spend, I would say, 2 to 3 episodes for each of the classes, showcasing them, showcasing all of the weapons, and just really enjoying the game together with you guys. If you are up for that, then we're hopefully going to have a good time. We're going to start today's Let's Play with the Scout, which is also, I think, the first class that you're actually going to play, or maybe it has been the Gunner, doesn't matter. Scout, high mobility, relatively low damage, although good single target damage, but catastrophical AoE damage, so we're going to focus on single targets. Each character comes with 3 passive perks and 2 active perks. You can see there are like numerous perks, which I'm not going to go through. We're going to rock a perk that gives us the ability to collect more minerals, because we are greedy and we want the team to faster get minerals. Then we're getting a perk that's called Resupplier, which once you have a certain mineral called Nitra, you're allowed to resupply, regain ammunition, and so on. And this will not only make it faster, but we're also gaining more health from the resupply, and 30% flat reduction against all elemental damage, which is going to be helpful. On top of that, we do have 2 active perks. One allows us to instantly revive a teammate once per mission, and the other one allows us to convert a alien onto our side. And that brings us to the next nice or not so nice thing, because we're going to mine a lot of minerals, but they are unfortunately guarded by space aliens, so the dwarves need all of those guns in order to get the tasty minerals. Today's loadout, we're going to rock the absolute standard Deep Core GK2, which is an assault rifle and a sort of shotgun. It does pretty much what it says it does. You do have for each of the weapons even skill trees. Over time you're going to level those up. You do have hundreds of different skins as you're progressing through the story, and that's what I find good, but I don't want to information overload. So main weapon, assault rifle. The offhand weapon or secondary weapon is a shotgun, kind of self-explanatory. We do have 2 additional skills. Every single class does have them. For the scout, it is the flare gun, helping us to light up these dark tunnels, and the grappling hook. And that's really it. That's all there is to know. Let's get to the mission selection, and let's find something that we're excited about. Alright, so we are right in the first mission. I selected one that does have a couple of modifiers. So one is extra loot, and another one is infection. The infection modifiers, or the negative ones, will give you more experience because the mission becomes harder. The positive ones give you more materials. So we landed. Since this mission is already on the way for 3-4 minutes, I could join the guys, directly help them out. Started the recording right afterwards, and now we're explaining what's happening. So we need to salvage 3 mules, 2 of which at this point are salvaged, and we need to bring them all back and basically protect the main site here, the driller. At the same time, as the scout, It's my eternal duty to always mine minerals and die trying if needed. So specifically the minerals that are at really difficult to access positions. That's where I come into play. We're going to use our grappling hook in order to get there. And these loot bugs here are like minerals, walking minerals. These are enemies that have eaten minerals. So what's the purpose on getting all of the minerals? Good question. The gold that we're collecting is pure money. You can use later to buy equipment and upgrades and so on. And the nitro, on the other hand, is used to get supply pods, so that will allow us to recall extra ammunition, health, and so on.
Multiple meteor fragments incoming. Drop what you're doing and take care not to get caught in any of the impact zones.
Good, so now an event is happening, finally. You can see I'm depositing quite a few minerals. And there we go. Those are meteor shards. That's an event right there. At the same time, I'm still trying to get all of the remaining minerals here.
Ouch, ouch, ouch.
Our secondary objective is to collect these plants here. So as a scout, it's my job to go into the little niches and crooks here and there and find all of the stuff that is typically well hidden.
Oh, I'm out of here.
And someone has found a plague heart, which is another event. Wow, this mission has moved from kind of the most plain Jane mission that you can imagine to something more interesting. I like it. So every season, a couple of events are introduced.
A new miner is joining your team.
Some are just simple collection events. Others are a little bit more complex.
It's awesome that you're joining, Hoxxes.
These meteor here, for instance, you can harvest them, but it requires an event for that as well. Okay. Like there is one event where there is a huge meteor coming down, and then you can harvest them. All of the events give you extras that can be cosmetics or minerals, materials, sometimes extra experience, etc. So generally very positive. They also offer some of the events weapon overclocks, which is a way of improving your actual weapons. Relatively deep into the game, so you need to be level 25, which is the highest level, then promote your character, and then you'll get sent back to level 1, typical new game plus fashion. And with that, you can then upgrade your weapons. Good, let me show you something else. Killing these guys and the last one is charm, because it's Steve. One of my abilities, basically charm them, charm one of the aliens, which I also successfully have done. This one will be difficult to harvest. These are the most difficult spots to harvest because there is no way for us staying up there.
Lights up!
So before we go for the difficult harvest, we're taking the easy material. A lot of the life of a scout is basically collecting minerals. All of those minerals crafting resources later in the game, and you will need all of them. Quite plentiful, I may add. So having a scout who is actually doing the job is very helpful for everyone. Good, and I think I got most of the cave.
Ow!
Got most of the minerals ready. What's the polite thing to say?
See here. The mules are heading back. Follow them and let's get that drop pod fixed. Remember, you can always deposit on the side of the drop pod.
Good, so the job for us now in the mission, none of the extra events spawned unfortunately, but the job in our mission now will be that we actually start this huge spaceship.
All mules secured. Now to get the pod working. First, establishing a proper connection between the pod and the spaceship.
And in order to do that, we're getting the battery fixed. The reason why I'm not helping these guys, but rather mining some of the ice away, is simple. Because you need to stay in proximity of this battery. You can see this green proximity here. And if you mine out in the back, you do have to mine space.
Supply pod launch.
Trick.
Let us stand back.
Good. Enemies are already coming.
On your friend!
Use cryo grenade
50%.
in order to move them away.
Supply drop has been ordered and is on the
Another
way.
cryo. This is not the best position for a scout to shoot to fight with. I mean, we have a shotgun, but we really want to be as mobile as possible.
Resupply arrived! Go be stop! One down! Light is up!
Lighting the area up
Yeah!
so that we can at least see.
Triangulation at 75%.
You can see other classes like the driller here with the flamer are much better at hordes of enemies that need to die. Our job is mainly to keep it lit, moving, not get hit. This is the worst position for a scout.
Tree climbing halfwit!
Triangulation completed. Remote control reestablished. Stand by, sending in fresh fuel cells to the drop pod.
Good. Steve, our pet,
Afraid of
very
flying
nicely
out!
had helped us.
You gutless mud miner!
Okay, and we got everything.
Fuel cells
Very
arrived.
good.
Connect
This is the
them to drop pod by
refueling pod that
dragging
I
out the
talked
charge
about, which
cable.
you can get for Nitron. For the
Resupply order!
2 additional ones, we do have
Hang
plenty
in
of
there.
Nitron.
Supplies are on the way.
That's 80 of
Charge cable plugged in. Prep the fuel cells for charge sequence.
lighting up that entire area here.
Nitro has been withdrawn and supply pod is inbound.
Is here. Resupply pod is here! Everybody
Fuel cells charging. Stay close to keep them operational. We're expecting an increase in hostiles.
Good. Let both of them this time stay inside, and we're going to help from the outside. Guarding this side here, this flank.
Fuel cells at 50%.
I guess I can stay on the edge here. This is where proper lighting is playing a huge role. Without the scouts, you wouldn't see all of the enemies flying down in due time.
Fuel cells at 75%.
Good.
You're almost
This is
there.
someone that I can work with, the Oppressor right here.
I love this grappling hook.
Oppressors do have a weak spot in the back, which I'm going to focus on. Set the green piece.
We got
There we
the
go.
oppressor!
Use another fire grenade and killed almost all of them. Approaches. So yeah, our single target damage is pretty good with the
Drop pod
scout.
engine powering up. Hold your ground. We're almost ready to pull you and the goods out.
Pose myself for a second. Freezing is a nasty effect because every thing that's frozen will take 300% damage. Not only projectiles, but basically all of the damage that they can take.
Mainframe booting.
And this is a map where lots of things are also happening, so periodically
Calculating orbital trajectory.
we're getting
There
colder.
be light.
With figure 1, the Praetorian, we're going to shoot from the back of them.
Powering radiation shielding.
Switching our location a little bit.
Lighting!
ECOM operational.
Light up the cave. Many scouts are forgetting that, unfortunately. I heard movement behind me. I'm switching to another platform.
Hot thrusters calibrated.
I love nature!
Drop pod powered up and ready to leave. It's time to bring it all home. Get on board, we're leaving with or without you.
I hope that was not us. Let's leave this hellhole. I'm with you.
Alright,
Mission commencing. Good work.
looks like a good first mission. Let's take a nice little look into how well we did with the loadout. There are very few stats that the game is giving you unless you're using mod, but there are a couple of stats nonetheless. So I joined 5 minutes later. I killed almost on par with the others. I mined on par with the others, so it was a decent mission. We won at the end of the day and we got a play card. And now let's see what we can get out of all of that stuff. So for starters, you can get additional perks. I almost bought all of them. Already showcased that. Secondly, you can upgrade your equipment. And since we do have a little bit of time during this mission, might as well talk about the equipment and the loadout that we're going to rock on the next mission. So we got quite a bit of minerals. You can see the magnetite that I collected as well as the cropper. That all adds up, and we got credits. Credits are also tradable for minerals, and you basically need those minerals here in order to buy new equipment and upgrade your equipment. So in the case of our particular equipment here, the assault rifle, I'm using increased rate of fire, more ammunition, then lower recoil, which was helpful because I'm using that as a long range tool. Higher armor penetration, 600% to be precise, so that allows me for the Praetorians and bigger enemies to basically attack from the front, and improved fire again with the lower recoil together. It's actually a really nice combination. As for the shotgun, we're having expanded ammo bags, quicker reload because you only have 2 slugs, more total ammunition, then armor breaking. You can see there is kind of a theme in here. and reload speed. So actually a really nice kit. I've showcased the cryo grenades as well, and the grappling hook as well as the flare gun. So that's it for session 1 of Deep Rock Galactic. Next time I am going to use another kit. We're going to use something different, the Carabine, the M1000 Classic, which is a sniper rifle. Well, sniper-ish rifle. You can also just single shot, no scope, as well as dual pistols, which are going to be our offhand weapon of choice. So that's hopefully going to go for a nice little second episode. Until then, thank you so much for watching, and take good care. Bye bye.